Hello everyone, it's Trobsmonkey. I'm here to talk about video games. Are you excited? I know I am. I'm back. I have a new game to talk about. A game I have sunk almost 40 hours into already. Whew, I love this game. I will talk about it at length if you want me to. So let's get started. Welcome to Wartales. This game is a lot of fun. That's all I'm gonna say. No, I'm just kidding. I could gush. God, I could gush about this game. But let's focus. Let's focus. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's tell you the things you want to know, not just hear me absolutely just pine or oh, it's so fun. This game's a lot of fun. Okay, it just hits things I didn't know I wanted, and I'm just gonna tell you. Instead of just meandering for a minute, I'm just going to tell you. I wanted to meander for a minute. I want to just tell you how much I have enjoyed this game. Get it right out in the open. This is a glowing overview of this game, okay? I have some faults, nothing major, but I have enjoyed this game so much. I need to tell you about it, okay? Sorry. Tangents. They happen. Wartales. Early access. Isometric. RPG. Group adventure. You're a mercenary band. You're roaming around the countryside. You're fighting peasants if you want. You're fighting other mercenary bands, the guards, bandits, ghost wolves, and boars, and other things. And that's just the start. I mean, you can also do professions like fishing and mining and smithing and alchemy. You can go explore tombs and find lost runes and lost treasures that you have to unlock. Just plainly stated, there's so much to do in this game. Just quick off the top of my head, you have professions, you have your normal fights, you have animals that you can recruit, you have prisoners that you can capture, you have tombs you can explore, you have quests you can do. There is a trackers guild, brotherhood, I don't remember what they call themselves off the top of my head, but they give you missions. There's regional missions, like there's a holy war in one area, there's a refugee crisis in another area. There's just a lot going on. It's built like an old school RPG. You have classic stats with strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom. You have typical sort of fighter classes that are varied up. So you have an option for your prototypical tank, if you will, with a sword and board, or an axe and board, or a mace and board. And now it does matter which weapon you use because your abilities are tied into the various weapons. So if you want to have something that does a certain way, I personally like the brutes because the brutes, using a one-handed mace, can do damage to the enemy with a 50% damage bonus if the enemy still has armor. And it's a great way to engage a scary enemy by throwing your tank at them, who can do a reasonable hit against their face right out the gate. Stuff like that, little specializations. I like the spearmen, who can put up a pike wall to slow people down. Archers, who can set up a zone of control. Anyone walks in it, they get shot. There's just lots of little things varied throughout. And I could go at length about the systems of this game. And if people want to hear about it, I'm more than happy to talk about it. But there's just so much of these things that I love. You have to explore the map. You have to collect resources to build your equipment. You have to maintain your camp. I can't believe I haven't mentioned this yet. You have to maintain your camp. And by maintain your camp, you have to collect food. You build new items that you can build. I just discovered today, I've been playing for 38 hours, and just discovered today, in your camp, you can put down a tent. And if you put more people around that tent, it helps you in combat later. I learned that at 38 hours. Don't make my mistake. Try things out. And that leads me into really my biggest issue with the game is the difficulty. And be a little bit steep, especially if you're looking at it from a situation of if you try to play normal and it just beats you into the ground, not just through the difficulty of combat and the difficulty of situations, but also the mechanics. There's a lot to learn, so if you just dive right in on normal like I did my first 2 times, you're going to get beat up a lot, not have a ton of fun. I had a ton of fun, but I was also like, man, this is really hard, and I bit down to easy mode, easy game, whatever you want to call it. It's easy difficulty. I'm having a blast, and I can't wait to go try harder difficulty, which will probably beat me up. But that's okay. That's why I'm playing this game. It's a mercenary band. We expect losses, right? Well, here we go. It's just a good time. The only other real thing I can even complain about in the game is the UI. And that's kind of minor, is sometimes you'll have hiccups with selecting units and having them move into positions, and you can't put them in the right spot, like, even though it says you have the distance for it, it won't let you move there. Excuse me. It won't let you move there. So that sort of stuff's annoying. They're little minor things. I wish it was a little easier to manage your companions. As it stands right now, you have to go into your camp and right-click them. There's not like a central repository or journal or log or anything. You have them listed to see everyone. I think that would be a lot easier to deal with. Similarly, the crafting situation is a lot of fun, but man, resources are heavy. So when I talk difficulty, resource management, even in your inventory, if you carry too much, you're gathering enough resources to make some cool gear, you might suddenly be trapped in the wilderness with too much stuff, and you don't know what you want to cut because, well, you got food, you got all these resources you've been gathering, and yeah. So this game punishes you for not planning well. If you run out of food, now your companions are mad, their happiness is going to go down, they might rebel and leave. You run out of money, they don't. Now you're not getting paid, so now they're unhappy. Like, there's always something that could be going wrong, and you have to just keep maintaining and maintaining and maintaining. And I don't know what it is, but everything about it just scratches that itch for me, and I love it. I love roaming the countryside, looking for resources because I found a new weapon I wanted to make. I love it because, hey, what's going on over here? Oh my God, is that a cannibal? I don't know. It's stuff like that. There's just these quests you get led on, and they're not deep, but they're kind of the stuff you'd run along as a mercenary group. Hey, there's some wolves outside. Go protect us. Hey, I'm a merchant who wants to break into the region. Can you help me out? You know? And along the way, you find little deviations. You go help some guards, or you go fight some guards, or, oh no, there's a bunch of ghost animals. And it's just one little thing after another. In an open world, I know sometimes I struggle with purpose and direction. And in this game, I don't care. I haven't bothered. And maybe it's because there's not a main storyline that's been pushing me. Like, the regions have a storyline, but there's not a main storyline saying go. So I've just continued to adventure and just have a good time. There's nothing punishing me for just having a good time and exploring the world. And I think that's what it is that I'm truly enjoying, is I just get to walk along the countryside, fight some wolves, chase some bandits, mine a little iron. Just whatever I want to do, and there's no overbearing thing going, hey, you have to do this. And I know, at least in strategy games, I run into that in strategy games a lot. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good hard strategy game. Randy Random on max difficulty in RimWorld is a great time if you want to cry. But, you know, sometimes I just want to play a strategy game and just enjoy the scenery and see what happens along the way, instead of be stressed out. I don't need to be stressed out in my strategy games all the time. Sometimes it's just a nice, relaxing, wolf hunt. Or ghost wolf hunt in some cases. I keep talking about the ghost wolves because, man, they're terrifying the first time I ran into them. Excuse me. They are scary. They're ghosts. You get leather from them, too. Sorry for the spoiler, but yeah, you get leather. It's very odd. Anyway, I digress. I love this game. Minor issues, major upside in my opinion. I hope you will give it a shot. This is just me enjoying a game I found. That's all it is. I have not had a game catch me like this in a long time, and man, I am enjoying it. I'm going to enjoy this ride as long as I'm hooked. I'm going to keep playing it. If you want to know any more about the game, please let me know down below. You can comment and be like, Trobs, I love Wartales. What do you think about X? I'm happy to talk about it. I'll tell you in the comments. I'll make videos. If you want to know mechanics, let's do it. We're going to start here, though. I hope you enjoyed this overview. If you got anything at all you want to know, hit me up in the comments down below. Come into the Discord, etc. Social media things. Otherwise, like, subscribe. You know, those YouTube things. That's the one thing I need you to do. And I appreciate you spending some time with me to hear me talk about Wartales. Oh, man, I'm sure I rambled a lot, but, these things happen when you're passionate about something. And I am passionate about how fun this game is. So if you like the isometric, old-school adventure RPG game, I'm just saying, there's plenty of upside here to play a good one. It's fun. It's fun. I don't got anything else to say. It's fun. Check it out, Wartales. Thanks, friends. Trobsmonkey. I'll see you next time.